Assalamualaikum and greetings. My name is Izzati Binti Rizal and my mattress number is A205296. Today I'll be giving a persuasive speech titled Unmasking AI, How Governments and Tech Companies Enable AI-Generated Child Sexual Abuse Material. In 2024, AI-generated child sexual abuse material has surged with deepfake videos and images circulating freely, causing irreparable harm to victims. Today I will present an argument for why we must take immediate action to regulate AI technologies and demand stronger safeguards as well as accountability from governments and tech companies to prevent the spread of this repulsive material. Although some of you may think that this issue does not directly affect your lives, let's all think about how involved AI technology is in our daily routine. Many of us use AI tools without even realizing or without fully understanding their potential dangers. While the misuse of AI to create child sexual abuse material may seem like the distant future, these technologies has become more widely available. This exposes us to risks of unintended harm and moral compromise. Thus, protecting our digital realm is as vital as protecting our children. Okay, this was but why this topic? So this was brought to my attention through social media platforms like TikTok, where some really disturbing trends pop up, including AI-generated baby fashion runway videos of kids in improper and exposing attire. I have seen this being passed off as jokes, with people making cruel comments about these videos, revealing a darker side to this type of content. Though I myself am not an expert in this field, I have followed this emerging crisis quite actively and find the moral obligation to highlight it for meaningful action. In this speech, I will argue three main points. First is how the accessibility of AI technology without proper regulations enable the creation of harmful content. Second, the challenges our person faces in combating this issue. And finally, the broader societal risks, including normalization of harmful behavior and its impact on our moral values. Okay, to understand how AI technology is being misused, we must examine the role of tech companies in enabling these harmful practices. According to the Internet Watch Foundation, IWF 2024 report, perpetrators can legally download everything they need to generate AI child sexual abuse material without oversight, as many companies fail to implement safeguards on their AI tools. This negligence is a direct consequence of prioritizing profits over ethics. And despite many warnings, tech companies still release generative AI models with little to no restriction, demonstrating a lack of accountability for the harm that they cause. For instance, smaller AI platforms operate without monitoring mechanisms or ethical guidelines, making it easier for predators to exploit their tools. By neglecting proactive measures, the tech companies have indirectly enabled the rapid creation and distribution of hyper-realistic child sexual abuse material. While tech companies are enabling this issue, governments are also responsible for the growing misuse of AI tools in this context. So governments worldwide are failing to introduce stronger legislation to hold both offenders and technology creators accountable. Therefore, there are many legal loopholes that offenders can exploit. The IWF themselves have recorded a 70% rise in child sexual abuse material on the dark web forums between autumn of 2023 and spring of 2024. This worrying trend underlines how governments are failing to keep up with the pace and rapid development of AI. Many companies lack the comprehensive laws to address this issue, while some companies pledge to adhere to ethical guidelines. Small platforms often evade scrutiny and enabling the creation of this material, and the lack of strict regulations and oversight hinders the law enforcement's ability to trap and prosecute offenders, causing a permissive environment for exploitation. Furthermore, the normalization of AI-generated child sexual abuse material poses a profound threat to societal values and morality. The normalization of AI-generated child sexual abuse material destroys society's ability to recognize and call out harmful behavior. This fosters a culture that tolerates or even accepts abuse. As AI technologies have become more capable in relating hyperrealistic content, society may begin to perceive them as less harmful or less immoral. This desensitization undermines the moral outrage necessary to combat these behaviors. The line between real and AI-generated abuse becomes increasingly blurred. Offenders may rationalize their action, claiming that AI-generated content doesn't involve real victims. This danger narrative shifts responsibility from perpetrators, making it harder to hold them accountable. If left unchecked, such social shift might alter how we consider exploitation and abuse, as well as change our determination to safeguard those who are more vulnerable than others. So, in conclusion, the unchecked misuse of AI to create child sexual abuse material is not just a technological issue, but also a moral one. To combat this, we must hold tech companies accountable for enabling its creation and distribution. Governments must enact laws specifically targeting AI misuse. And finally, we must confront the societal risk posed by normalizing AI-generated child sexual abuse material. With this, we must support and advocate for stronger regulations on generative AI technology. Let's urge lawmakers and tech companies to enforce accountability measures such as mandatory safety assessments, content moderation, and reporting mechanisms. Let's together imagine a world where technology doesn't just reflect our humanity but also distorts it, making tools of progress into weapons of destruction. If we fail to act now, we're not just failing to protect the vulnerable but also enabling predators. The point of this speech isn't to question whether technology should be controlled, but whether we have the moral courage to protect our children before it's too late. Let's ensure technology serves society and not harm it. Together, we can build a safer, more ethical digital future. And here is my reference. And that is all from me. Thank you for listening to my speech. Have a good day.